The following programming is EI, educational and informative.
Today on Mystery Hunters, we're trying to capture ghosts on camera.
I'm headed to the site of one of the bloodiest battles in American history, where they say the ghosts of dead soldiers still roam, and I'm gonna try and catch one on tape.
You're not staying on the second floor.
Yeah?
There's a lot of ghost activity on the second floor.
Cool.
Doubting Dave's gonna show you how to fake a ghost of your own.
But what's happening?
He appears like a ghost.
And you can do it too.
And I'm going to Hampton Court Palace, where some people say they've already caught a real dead ghost on camera.
So what do you think the figure was that was on the video?
Definitely a ghost.
This is Mystery Hunters.
There's a new ghost hunting tool that blows everything else away. It's called a thermal imaging camera. It measures temperature instead of light. Ghost hunters think that a cold or hot spot is evidence of a ghost. A cold spot is just a place where the air is cooler for no particular reason. You can't see it, but the thermal camera can. The military developed a technology to help them see targets at night. Now, ghost hunters are using it to see ghosts. I'm going to a place that has a reputation as one of the most haunted towns in America to see for myself. This is the Alamo in San Antonio, Texas. I'm standing on the grounds of a huge graveyard, except there aren't any bodies buried here. In 1836, a battle was fought right here between Mexico and Texas. Almost 200 Texan soldiers died defending the fort. The Mexican general Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna gave an order for all of their bodies to be piled up and burned. Some historians say on this very spot. With all these dead soldiers, no wonder this is considered one of the most haunted places in America. So if this town is pretty much ground zero for ghosts, I've got the perfect thing to catch them. Okay, guys, to go. Meet me by the wall of the Long Barracks. Martin Leal and Rick Halfley have their own ghost hunting business. This thermal camera is part of their gear. Do you think that San Antonio is a magnet for ghosts?
Definitely, yeah. You've got this battlefield area right here. You've got cemeteries. There's this one that hangs over here near the wall that I think I've seen twice. One time I was by myself, but another time I was with one of the security guards here.
Hey, what's that? Is that supposed to be up here?
But it's just like the upper half of a person looking over the wall, and they like ran over to the gate.
1024, we're an intruder in the Long Barracks wall. Where did he go?
Those walls are like 12 feet tall. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing on the other side of that wall for them to climb up on either. We both saw it. So, yeah, we couldn't figure it out.
All right, well, let's get started.
Well, there's a lot of ghost activity around here, around the Alamo grounds. But at the Minger Hotel, that was built on the Alamo battlefield.
Did you say the Minger Hotel?
The Minger Hotel is one of the most haunted hotels in San Antonio area.
That's where I'm staying.
You're not staying on the second floor.
Yeah?
There's a lot of ghost activity on the second floor.
All right, well, meet me on the second floor with all your gear, and let's do this.
Well, I'll see you on the second floor.
All right. I wonder, which room is the most haunted?
What happened here?
Well, mystery hunting can get a bit extreme. Ernesto was the hotel's manager. He told me about the day a ghost was seen in my room.
I had a young girl tell me that she was making up the room one day, and all of a sudden she felt somebody blow hot air on the back of her neck. She was thinking it was an employee, so she just didn't go away, and she bent back down to make up the room, and then again. And this time she turns around, and she sees a figure of smoke come through that curtain, just coming slowly toward her, slowly toward her.
What did she see?
It might have been a ghost.
So you're a believer?
Definitely, most definitely.
Do ghosts live in this hotel? Rick and Martin are helping me set up their equipment in my room. Let's see if I can catch one on tape. So how does this thing work?
Temperature difference is shown on this monitor in different colors. White being the hottest, black being the coolest.
Look on the monitor, and you can see what temperature everything is. If you see a cold spot, they say that could be a ghost. I'm gonna record the images on my mini cam so I can study them later.
Cool. Good luck, Araya. I wouldn't want to be in this room tonight. Here's your camera.
Thanks. So this is the most haunted room in the hotel. I hope a ghost shows up so I can capture it with this camera.
Hampton Court Palace was home to one of England's most famous kings, Henry VIII. He was married 6 times, and he had 2 of his wives beheaded. No wonder the palace is said to be haunted. But recently, a new ghost has appeared on the scene. Security cameras caught it. Could that video be proof that ghosts really do exist? I'm here at the palace to investigate. Ian Franklin knows more about Hampton Court ghosts than anyone. It's pretty eerie in here.
Well, this is the famous haunted gallery, Christina, and it's where Catherine Howard, the 5th wife of Henry VIII, is still to this day supposedly seen running screaming up to this very door here, where she's supposed to knock to attract the attention of Henry VIII. Are you scared?
Yeah, you can say that.
Well, this is the room you wanted to see, Christina.
Can you tell me what happened in here?
I can. 3 times these fire doors opened all on their own with no one around at all.
Can I give it a try?
Of course you can. Try the doors yourself, see what you think.
Pretty solid. I guess they couldn't just fly open by themselves. There's a security camera out there. Did it catch anybody opening the doors?
It did. On the 2nd occasion, it caught a very strange, ghostly-like figure.
If you think seeing a ghost on video is weird, wait till you hear this email I got from a boy who calls himself Aqua. What he didn't see was almost as scary. Take a look on the Mystery Illustrator. Dear Doubting Dave, I went to see a play last week, and there was a guy playing a devil. Some people in front of me were videotaping the play, and I could see the whole stage on the screen of the camera. In fact, I could see all the people on stage except for the guy playing the devil. But when I looked up from the camera at the stage, he was there. Why didn't he appear on camera? Well, Aqua, the idea of a supernatural creature being visible to our eyes, but invisible when photographed, is not new. Vampires, for example. There they are. Legend has it that vampires can be seen when you look at them, but have no reflection in mirrors. When cameras came along, that myth was updated, and stories were written about vampires who couldn't be photographed. Of course, in your case, it was a guy in a devil costume, not a vampire, and a video camera, not a picture camera, but it's the same idea, and I think I know what happened. First of all, our eyes see way more detail than a video camera. So if the camera was at the back of the theater, and there wasn't much light on stage, it might not pick up all the detail. Also, we see things in 3D, but a camera sees things flat. So if you were looking at a guy on stage in a red devil costume, and the background of the stage was also red, you might be able to see him, but to a video camera, he would just blend in with the background. There are even puppeteers who use this principle on television. They dress in black from head to toe so they blend in with the black background, and all you can see are their puppets. Also, if the man in the devil costume wasn't moving, he would have been even harder to see through the camera. Animals like the alligator use this kind of camouflage all the time. So, Aqua, I don't think a guy in a devil costume could truly be invisible on film. But just in case you need proof. See? You can still see me. Ah, for crying out loud.
We'll be right back with more Mystery Hunters. We now return to Mystery Hunters.
I'm at the Mango Hotel in San Antonio. This hotel was built on a battlefield and is considered one of the most haunted places in the area.
Good luck, Araya. I wouldn't want to be in this room tonight. Here's your camera.
Thanks. I'm trying to catch a ghost with this special thermal camera. It can see what the human eye can't. Changes in temperature that could be caused by ghosts. That's no ghost. That's me. That's freaky. I show up red because I'm warm. This is supposed to be the most haunted room in the hotel. If I see anything unusual, it might be a ghost. There you go. We're looking for something like this for a ghost. Whoa. What's that? Some kind of floating cold spot? Could that be a ghost? Hey, it's gone. Uh-oh. What's that? Oh. Ernesto, it's you.
Did you find anything?
Well, I think I got enough footage. It's time to take this tape to be analyzed by a pro. I've brought my thermal footage from the Mango Hotel here to be analyzed. John Blanton used to work on thermal and infrared technology for the U.S. military. Do you think it's possible to capture a ghost on film with this camera?
Well, assuming that there was such a thing as a ghost, then thermal imaging would be a very good way to go at it.
So, this is the footage that I shot in my hotel room. I think these are my curtains.
Oh, okay, yeah, that looks about right. Oh, now here's something.
It's the floating cold spot I captured. Could that be a ghost?
Was there something cold in your room?
At first, I couldn't remember, but then I watched the video I shot. I had a bucket of ice.
Oh, this could be at the top of the ice bucket.
The sides of the bucket are room temperature, so they don't show up. Only the round hole on the top, which is cold, shows up. So something that looks like it could be floating wouldn't be floating at all.
Yes, that's correct, because you can't see what's supporting it.
Then I saw something really spooky that I hadn't noticed on the walls before.
Looks like a thumb and fingers up here, the palm print here, and this is the hollow of the hand right there.
Could this be a ghost? It turned out it was my camera crew. They had leaned on the wall to create hotspots, then filmed them.
We decided to, play a little joke on you.
I guess everyday objects produce images on a thermal camera that look like ghosts.
So, Araya, what you were seeing was a case of residual heat. Handprint against the wall. It heats up the wall, and it leaves a thermal image when he pulls his hand away.
So the crew is my ghost?
I'm afraid so.
So it seems that real evidence of a ghost on camera is still up in the air. While there wasn't really any proof that I captured a ghost on camera, there might just come a day when technology can bring what's hidden into the light. San Antonio definitely has a presence. The spirit of the men who sacrificed themselves to defend their home still lives on in the Alamo.
I'm investigating a ghost sighting at Hampton Court Palace in England. The security cam captured images of this creepy figure.
Back in the autumn, these doors, 3 days running, inexplicably opened with no one in the vicinity, no one around at all. On the second day, however, the CCTV footage picked up something odd, something in a cloak.
Could this be physical evidence that ghosts really do exist?
Would I be able to speak with the security guard who's on duty when the doors open?
I think there'd be someone that you can talk to who was on that shift, yes.
Great.
Isabel Hale was working when the fire doors opened.
When I first saw it, I wasn't surprised. I know there's ghosts at Hampton Court Palace. I've had experience of them. I walked around this palace at night, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning on my own. But there's always something that's just totally illogical that happens.
Can you explain what happened?
Well, no, we can't. The palace has investigated it thoroughly. If you look at the video footage, the doors open without anyone being there at all. And fire doors, you have to stand at the door, press the handle to open them. So logically, for the doors to open, there should be someone standing directly by them.
Is it possible that somebody could have taken a costume from upstairs and worn it?
We did investigate that. We have costume guides, and we checked all their costumes thoroughly, and it wasn't any of them.
So what do you think the figure was that was on the video?
A ghost, of course. Skeletor, as one of my colleagues called him. Definitely a ghost.
So it seems like it wasn't a guide in costume, but maybe a tourist could have snuck past the guards and smuggled a costume in. I found a costume shop less than a mile away from Hampton Court. Sheila Denton is the owner.
I was wondering if you had any costume like this in your collection.
I would think it was possibly Elizabethan or Jacobean with a cloak over it. But we've got about 4,000 outside, so we'll go and have a look, shall we?
Perfect.
I think this is the sort of thing you want.
This is great.
Full-length black cloak.
Do you think I can borrow it for a little experiment?
Yes, I don't see why not. Absolutely, you take it with you.
Great. I'm gonna try to sneak this costume into the palace. See if that thing caught on camera could have been a tourist instead of a ghost. My cameraman and I will pretend we're regular tourists. He'll use my camera to secretly catch all the action.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna get by this guy.
We'll be right back with more Mystery Hunters. We now return to Mystery Hunters.
If you think the Alamo had some freaky ghosts, wait till you see this place. It's the most haunted room in our headquarters. It was built in 1961 on a pet cemetery. And since then, lab technicians, office workers, cleaners, and security guards have all had terrifying encounters. But today, I'm going to show you how you can create ghostly images of your own without a thermal camera. Let's go, Finnegan. Hey, come on. It's crazy. Magicians used an amazing optical illusion to make audiences see ghosts in the late 1800s. And you can do it too. But first, my lovely assistant. Looking good, buddy.
Can we just get this over with?
All right. Here's a simple version of the illusion discovered in the 1850s by a man named Henry Dirks. You need a glass of water, a candle, and a plate of glass with some tape around the edges so you won't get cut. Hold the glass plate upright on a table. Put the glass of water behind it and the candle in front of it so that they're both about the same distance from the glass plate. Now ask an adult to light the candle. You should see the glass of water through the plate and the reflection of the candle in the glass. So it actually looks like there's a candle burning underwater.
That's pretty cool. But how do you use it to make a ghost appear?
Come with me. All right. This is a more advanced version of the illusion created by John Henry Pepper in the 1860s. You need a bigger piece of glass like this one. You need to put it at a 45-degree angle like this one. You need to place it in front of a background like this one. And you need a person like this one. Now, I know it's a lot to build, but if you did, here's what would happen. Your friend lies down in front of the glass. The audience can't see him. They can only see the background, which is lit up by a bright spotlight. When the moment is right, you shine another light on your assistant, and his ghostly image appears before your audience.
How does that work, Dave?
Well, the angle of the glass makes it look like you're standing, even though you're lying down in front of it. And because this is glass and not a mirror, only some of the light is being reflected back to us. Some light passes through so we can still see behind it.
Huh, that was awesome. What's with the ghost dog?
Oh, that's just a fake leash with a wire in it.
So people have never actually seen animal ghosts here?
No, I was just messing around.
We'll be right back with more Mystery Hunters. We now return to Mystery Hunters.
This ghostly video was taken by Hampton Court Palace security cameras. I'm trying to sneak a costume into Hampton Court to see if it would have been possible for a tourist to have appeared as the ghost in that video.
Hello. Now, this obviously isn't your coat, is it, madam?
I'm afraid not,
This looks
no.
like a, what's an 18th century or something costume.
It
Now,
looks
I'm afraid we don't allow this inside the
You
palace
don't?
for various reasons.
Looks like it'd be tough for a tourist to sneak a costume into the palace. But is there any other explanation for that image that was caught on the video? And why are those doors opening on their own anyway?
John Bertram works in TV. He analyzed the Hampton Court tape.
What do you think about the Hampton Court Ghost video?
After my own investigation, I have to say it's a hoax.
But if so, who could have done it? A tourist?
I even tried to get into the palace with a costume and I got rejected. I mean, it would have been pretty hard for any tourist.
I don't think anybody got into the palace with a costume. It was a hoax, but done by somebody already inside the palace.
What about the doors opening on their own? I mean, if somebody was playing a joke, wouldn't they have appeared on the security camera?
Well, if you have a look carefully at the stills taken from the video, security video, here's the figure Skeletor, the mystery figure. But to his right is very clearly a ladder, probably a step ladder. I think if someone were to go up that ladder, they could reach down with their foot and press the bar, which would open the door.
Now, I just have to put John's theory to the test. With the help of a Hampton Court worker, I'm going to try to recreate the ghost video with a camera. He's going to play the ghost in the dark cloak while I open the door for him from up on the ladder.
Ready?
Yeah.
Well, that was easy. But how does it compare to the Skeletor video?
Can you tell which is which? That's old Skeletor on the left and our recreation on the right. It looks like we have a match.
So it looks like the ghost caught on camera here could have been a person wearing a costume pulling a prank. Is there a ghost really haunting Hampton Court? What do you think?
So, I guess we're both gonna have to keep hunting for a real ghost.
And why is it that these ghosts caught on camera are always blurry and hard to see? You'd think if ghosts were real, somebody somewhere would get a nice clean shot of one. Tell me you got that on tape.
Don't you think it's funny how those doors at Hampton Court only opened and closed on their own when nobody was around? I mean, why can't a ghost move something when we're around for a change?
Oh my gosh, Ryan, look.
Whoa. Maybe you should go check it out.
What are the odds of this happening right after my story at Hampton Court? Wait a minute. Nice try.
Almost had you.
Remember, things aren't always what they seem.